to show that.
So we're gonna start off in just a few. I'm downloading the video from the Memorial Day that we're gonna show real quick of BA, and then we're gonna get going. If you're just tuning in, welcome, Josh. How you feeling? You
Man,
ready
I'm
for this
good. I'm
week?
ready for tomorrow.
You guys are at Glenbard East instead of GBN, which I know you guys were happy about.
Hell yeah, man. GBN is far as fuck.
Is it really that far of a
Dog Park is
difference?
far as fuck. Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Glumbar East like 25 minutes from me. Right
yeah,
now. GBN like 45 minutes, something like that. That's
gotcha. Yeah,
where I'm in Carroll Stream, and I know a lot of my guys come from out south, so taking that long ass drive early in the morning, they got to be up 6:30. I mean, I want them to be up early anyways, but I'd rather them be up early and take a shorter drive than having to take that hour ride all the way out to Carroll Stream.
no, dude, I get you on that one because I know that for in general, you're talking about the league standpoint. It's good to have. We're going to get Bensonville back, this summer, and I think that's going to be a big thing for a lot of teams because Bensonville was that kind of go-to place for a while, and then, you know, unfortunately, the field went to crap, and then we just lost it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So I'm excited to see that. Let's see if we got this pulled up here. All right, we're going to kick off today's show by showing the Memorial Day Classic champions BA in their highlight video. So we're going to show that right now.
Bro, what the fuck? How I get this shit, bitch?
So we had that kickoff. Uh, if you do want to come on the show tonight, we'll let you on to answer your comment for those that want to ask about their hats. They've been
Hold on,
ordered.
Sappy. I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Can you hear me
Can't hear you.
at all?
Maybe it's me. Hold on.
I can hear you. But for those that are wondering about their hats, they have been ordered. The design, guys, custom gear. If you want to be simple, I can go simple and I can just get a basic design and be like, hey, let's just use the same one. But I'm not. I'm extra. So guess what? I'm gonna order championship gear when we do that stuff. So I'm not just gonna order a basic hat that says Draft League Champions. I mean, we might, but then you're gonna get a blue hat. It says Draft League Champions, but it's the custom to it. So if you guys don't want that side of it, I mean, same with VGs. VGs are getting their own custom gear. New Wave got their shirts. Hammer ended up not getting it, so they just didn't want it. By the time they're guys, they had different guys. So, but the point is that when we do that custom gear, it's something special, something to make that team that moment special. No one else is going to have that. But if we take that away, then it's just another medal or it's another shirt. You guys know what I mean? So if we want that, we'll go for it. But you guys got to be patient. Stuff takes time to design and order. So, Rome wasn't built overnight. But trust me, when you get your stuff, you're going to love your quality of your hats. I'm excited to see them pop out a titty. Mark, do something else, Mark. Um, but Josh, you guys are just coming off the high from Memorial Day. E, thanks for popping on. I know you at work. So, but how are you, Josh? How are you feeling going into this comp playoffs after winning? And what is some stuff you guys got to say to other teams that you feel like, you know, hey,
Fuck
we're
them
here?
dudes.
um, Fuck
Ah,
Brotherhood to
shit.
start off. It's the same show every time we play Brotherhood. They got us a few times, but we really getting our lick back from them. Um, shout out to Death Row because Death Row balled out that Sunday. It was a close game. If they were smarter, they would have clock managed us and they would have won that game. But that comes with football IQ and shit like that. Um, to the other teams, to New Wave, it was a good game. I think that was one of the better games of the weekend when we played New Wave. It was a tough game. Obviously they came out on top. We didn't make the top bracket by like that much. But it is what it is. We got to pay bid. Everybody that's talking about this fifth place shit and all that. Um, we got to pay bid. Y'all went home with nothing. So talk all you want to. We got to pay bid to whatever tournament we want to get into. For this weekend, to all those upper teams, man, that do all that talking, VA is always a topic of conversation for a reason. They always talking about us for a reason. So people always feel a way about us. They just got to see it when they get to us. For this weekend, honestly, I'm not doubting nobody this weekend. I'm not knocking no team this weekend or the next 2 weekends because it's any given Sunday. Honestly, it's really any given Sunday. But I'm taking my guys over anybody. We balled out last Sunday. We did what we supposed to do. We did what we said we was gonna do. We got to pay bid. We might have wanted it all. We wanted it all, absolutely. But we got to pay bid and we came out champions at the end. So we're gonna do what we gotta do this weekend. We're gonna do what we gotta do next weekend. Everybody gotta see us at the end of the day. We BA for a reason. Everybody wanna see us, everybody gotta see us. We're gonna ball out all the time. Justin, y'all went home with nothing, so shut your mouth.
Well, Justin's actually heading is I'm pretty sure they're the ones that just popped over to TFL, because I believe they're playing it with Next Level here in comp still. So they're planning to kind of playing both. Are you guys going to comp and then you guys are hitting this playoffs? You got to see, the teams you have now compared to the teams you might future see. Do you think your team's ready for those next teams, or do you think some of those teams should even be there?
Um I've been saying it all season. I've been saying this all season. A lot of them teams shouldn't even be there. Next level shouldn't be there. Next level keep doing all this talking about they gonna have their full team and they gonna have all of this and they gonna have all of that. The only people next level beat this weekend was Alphas, and we put up like 20 on Alphas. So I mean, Alphas didn't beat anybody. They didn't score on anybody. So if that's what you want to base your success off of, you beat Alphas. Congratulations, but Against everybody else, y'all shit the bed. So I mean, let's be real here. They shouldn't be there. LOL shouldn't be there. Um, I'll say Silent Assassins. Maybe I'll give it to them. Um, Reapers shouldn't be there. Um, TIU struggled, so they shouldn't have been there. So I mean, you put all those teams up against the BA that played this weekend and the BA that was playing the beginning of the season before our suspensions. We whoop all of them. So I mean, the top teams. That's who we worried about. When we go to comp, when we go to comp, we worry about the top teams. Um we're not worried about next level. We're not worried about TIU. We're not worried about Silent Assassins. We're not worried about any of them. We're not worried about LOL. Like we're not worried about any of these people. When we get to NFE,
Well, I just want to be real for a second. Did you just say you're not worried about LOL? Why would you even bring that up if they're not going to be in that level again?
are they? That's what I'm saying. Like
They're not.
but if they're not, then it's over with. We don't even need to talk
Yeah,
about it.
don't bring them up. They're done. But they might go lower, but they're not coming back to elite. But let's talk about that, right? Me and you were just having this conversation prior, and E, you can chime in too because the picture is the comp playoffs. We have some good teams in this comp playoffs. Some teams that might bump up no matter what, but the winner of comp goes to elite. So whoever it is, if it's Dinos, whoever makes it through that end, gets that ticket to elite. What if it's an upset team? How would you guys all feel if you had a team say like Earn Vision sneak their way through, beat out Dinos
Or
and
I'll
everyone?
stop playing.
I'm just saying it's a possibility. That's what I'm trying to put out there. Like,
If if
That's
it's
facts.
it's really if any given Sunday, I'll give you that. It's really any given Sunday. So if teams don't come out to play, if Dinos play like they did last weekend, I mean not last weekend, but the weekend before that when they lost to Old Times and they lost to Brotherhood, if they come out and play like shit again, Earn Vision got a chance. But then Earn Vision got to make it past Death Row. I don't see them making it past Death Row. If they make it past Death Row, then they got to see whoever make it past who on the other side of that. It's really any given Sunday, but I don't see that happening. So, and if they do make it, congrats to them. They got to do a lot of recruiting and a lot of stacking on their team to even be able to compete, or they're gonna end up like next level. Excuse me. A lot of guys from Earn Vision already went to next level. So, I mean, it's the same thing. So if y'all was on Earn Vision already, y'all went to next level. The next level played like shit the entire season. What's the difference gonna be?
so let's talk about this week's games, right? We got the first couple of games. We got Dinos. So we got Gremlins and Wild Boys are playing in that first top bracket of it. You're looking Gremlins and Wild Boys. Winner of that plays Brotherhood. Who do you guys got with Gremlins and Wild Boys? Ernest, like who are you guys? Who are you expecting to see? E? Be honest.
So realistically, I want to say Gremlins because I feel like they got the better roster. But the way they ended their season, 0-5, and then I not watched, but I went through the Game Changer app and I seen that they lost to Wild Boys already 8-0. So that kind of gave me the feeling that Wild Boys will fuck around and pull it out.
And Wild Boys have been known to do upset a few teams. Now, if you end up playing Wild Boys, dude, I mean, you've seen them. We've seen them a couple different forms. Wild Boys last season, they went pretty much undefeated, lost in their championship rec, ended up moving up. Do you think they have a shot? Because I mean, if they beat you guys, they either got to see Dirty Birds, Senators, or run it back. Do you think they can upset you guys? Like, have what was your guys' game plan if you guys when you guys played them in the past?
We didn't have a game plan. We didn't care to play them. We just saw Wild Boys. All right, win. That's how we thought. Now, after the weekend we just had, that ain't the mindset. It's foot on niggas' necks all fucking weekend. I don't give a fuck who we play, if it's Gremlins, if it's Wild Boys. After the way we just played, I'm coming out to beat anybody and everybody's ass. It's that simple. We trying to score every drive. We're looking for turnovers. We're trying to fucking dominate tomorrow. That's all.
Josh, who do you got in those matchups?
Um, I got so it's Gremlins, Wild Boys, and running back and Dirty Birds, right?
Yeah, so it's Gremlin Wild Boys and then centers and running back, and then the winner of those teams either plays the winner plays Brotherhood and the winner plays Dirty Birds.
I got Gremlins taking that second game, and I got running back over Senators. I think
Okay.
I don't know, that top bracket kind of it looked like Brotherhood got an easy path to the championship. That's what it
I
looked like.
think we gonna end up playing running back to see who goes to the ship. That's
That's
how I
what I
feel
see.
that's gonna go.
That's what I see.
But both teams gotta handle business because motherfuckers
For
been
sure.
sucking
For
Hey,
sure.
ass.
you guys seen Run It Back this year,
And
right?
we beat them by a point. We didn't dominate them. We were losing the whole game till the end when we finally woke up and decided, all right, let's play some football. Scored, got an extra point, won the game, and then after them we had a doubleheader, so we played Dirty Birds and we blew Dirty Birds out like 20 something to 0. Fucked them up.
Okay. Well, and then we got let's talk about the other half that we were talking about. Like this ended up being probably the most competitive side. A lot of people are saying of the playoff
Oh yeah.
bracket, and unfortunately, it's just the way everything kind of laid out. But if we're looking, we got Earn Vision and Dinosaurs at 10 a.m. at Glenbardy's, and then you got Ballers and Brick Squad.
Hey, hold
And
on. Is Dre on here? Make sure Dre on here so he understands exactly why it went the way it went. Because this motherfucker just convinced that you just that Ernest your
yeah,
boy and you just
they
They
everyone
think
thinks
because we
that.
communicated.
friends.
So like no, I confirmed what like I was like, dude, I'm not going crazy. Like I know I'm doing this right. We've done this before. It's the same thing. I confirmed with league directors. I even confirmed with Billy Adi, dude. I even told him I was like, bro, if you guys have a problem at this point, go speak with the UFL because it's exactly the way they do it. And it's you can't do a tiebreaker if the two teams never played each other in a
Right,
three-team tiebreaker. You can't.
right.
It doesn't go by head-to-heads. The head-to-heads becomes null and void or equals out, right? So then it goes to point differential. There's nothing I can do. Score more points. Let up less
Basically.
points. I
That's
can't
what
tell
I
Basically.
you that
say.
enough. I mean, let's talk about Memorial Day weekend. Uh, 4TF almost got eliminated out of the top four by you guys if you guys would have scored, what, it was like 12 more points, so two
Yep.
more touchdowns.
Yep.
Points matter. That's why those blowouts matter. If you win your game big, make sure to watch that clock. It's not simple as, man, Giuseppe's boy, dude, I hated that. That pissed me off because I was like, dude, I had Wood yelling at me, and I told him, I was like, dude, I'm not going, I'll bet you anything. Like, I know I'm right in this situation. I'm not going crazy. I even confirmed with people, and that's it. I validated. I knew myself wasn't going crazy. I just did that. That's why TIU got knocked out of the playoffs in NFE. And I'm like, I'm not going crazy. But they felt that if because they beat Brotherhood, they deserve the top seed because they're number one. I
Here's the
get where they
thing,
come.
man.
If we were going head to head in divisions, yeah. So if we had two separate divisions and we're going head to heads, they would have been correct. But it wasn't the case. We're all one division. They never played each other. There's nothing you can do.
Here's the thing, man. They see they see that side of the bracket and they see what's over there and they afraid. Call it what it is. They're afraid.
Yeah. They don't
They
want to play the comp.
exactly. They haven't had to, and that's the thing. That's the
Well,
thing. They
do
don't
you think if you weren't there, one of the teams to play them, do you think their story would have been different? Honestly, I'm
absolutely,
curious.
absolutely. There's yeah, okay. I'll give you five top teams in comp. Um, Brotherhood, Death Row, Dinos, BA, and Old Times. I'll give it to Old Times because they're top three right now. Um, the only two teams they've played are Brotherhood and Dinos. They beat both of those teams, but by how much though?
Yeah, I
They
don't
they
even know.
they
I got to look
barely
back.
beat the both of those teams. They just barely beat them.
Yeah, they
I think
beat
they
us
beat
off a
Dinos
pick
by a
six.
touchdown or by a few points. I think they beat Dinos by. I think they beat Brotherhood by a touchdown.
Yeah, they beat us 7-0. They got a pick six on us, but they didn't score on offense or move the ball. The team's got a
Exactly.
nice defense. They got some young ass athletes at DB and wide receiver, but other than that, the surrounding core, the D line, O line, bro, them motherfuckers are all old, slow.
I mean, your guys' game was, if you look back at the film, it was a very competitive game. Like,
Oh, it
Exactly.
was.
it was
Like I said, they got
straightforward.
athletes on the side. Like on them outsides, them DBs are nice. Their wide receivers, they're nice. QB, not really like that. That's why they did not move the ball or score. But
And even talking about the dinosaur game, Old Times won 13-12. It wasn't like a blowout.
Exactly.
So, and
That's what
that's
I'm saying.
That's
These
one
The
thing I'm
top
Dinos
teams
excited.
that
lost to
they've
Dirty
played, the
Birds.
top teams that they've played, they haven't really beat them by much. So now they got to see two other top teams. They haven't played Death Row, and they didn't get to play us in the season because we were in Indiana.
Man,
Now
I
they
wish
got to see
Juju
two
would pop
different top
on right
teams.
now because Juju said he was going to get on. I sent him the link, bro. I'm like,
Juju just wants to talk out his ass.
I want him to
That's
get
it.
on.
That's
Is
it. We
anyone
don't
from
have no
whoever's in
solid
from old
points.
time? Pop on. Let's hear your guys' side, right?
All
Let's
right,
hear
old
your
timers
part,
be making their own podcast, talking hella shit, be trying to call me out.
bro.
Bring it to it.
I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, I was watching it for a little bit, and then they got
Shit
into
boring.
like, no, I got off of it once they started complaining about stuff that like there was like no control in. I was just like, they have the right to it. I just didn't want to listen to it.
It
But
don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Like they gotta see us, and either or Death Row
Good.
after that. If
Good. I'm
if
about to
if they
take
beat
off and
us,
let y'all motherfuckers close this bitch.
if they beat us. So I mean,
I mean, it's we're talking about like
sitting in
because
that
you got.
position, I'd be afraid too.
I
Sitting
mean,
in
here's
that
the guy,
position,
and then we
I'd be
got
afraid too. But
dinosaurs. I think that dinosaur and Earn Vision game, depending on how who did old times lose to. Let me look back. I can look back. Give me one
They
second.
lost. I don't even remember. Low key. Never mind. Let me shut up.
So they
they
lost
lost
to
to
Earn
some weak
Vision
teams.
and Dirty Birds.
Exactly. Ass.
Come on now.
They
And
lost
like Josh
15 to
said, any given
6
Sunday.
versus they lost 15 to 6 versus so this is a big reason why their differential wasn't like that big because they won 14 to 0 against Gremlins. They lost 18 to 0 against Dirty Birds, lost 15 to 6 against Earned Vision, beat Senators 20 to nothing, beat Brick Squad 19 to 6, but they only beat Ballers 6 to 0. They beat Run It Back 16 to 6. And then the Dinosaur and Brotherhood game were close games as well, where 13 to 12 and then 7 to 0. So their point differential, wasn't that great compared to
They
what
not putting up no
the other two.
crazy points on nobody. They not putting up no
Just getting
crazy
by.
points on nobody except Senators. And Senators at the bottom of the bunch.
Yeah, them boys
Brick
just
Squad
getting
at the
by.
bottom of the bunch. Like
Well, that's another thing is like Death Row, the biggest loss they had, the most points they lost, the most points they had like lost in a game. I'm looking at it right now was BH. Death Row only had the most points they lost by was 6 points in a game,
Big
and that was
key.
against BH. And it was 18 to 12. So Death Row, the only other game they lost was to Dinos, which was a 3 to 0. So we got to look at that point differential. So if I pull that up real quick, like I'm just going to scan it over real quick for everyone.
that
If
just that just show who the better team is.
it's just the games, like we talk about the blowouts and the end of the season and all that stuff. I mean, that matters. Those games matter. So I mean, it's all about everyone playing to the whistle, making sure you're aware of the game clock, not only as like for slaughter rules or whatever the case may be, but I mean, you got to utilize those timeouts. So I pulled up the bracket right there. Can everyone see that pretty much in
Yeah.
the comments?
And that's the thing. I'm not knocking
Oh, I'm not
um
either. I'm just
old
pointing out
times.
what I'm pointing out. I mean, they're a good team. They're going to be a competitive team.
Absolutely. They
They're
8
gonna
and 2
they're
for a
gonna be.
reason.
I
They're
think
8
they
and
have
2 for a
potential.
reason.
I think if you guys beat Brick Squad and you guys go against Old Times, I think that's going to be a really close game. I think if Brick Squad upsets you guys, I think Brick Squad might have that energy because they're known to show up come playoff time and kind of pull out some magic tricks. I mean, hey, they were the team they lost to Earn Vision when Earn Vision moved up. So you just really don't know. It's like any given Sunday, like we were talking about.
Time 58.
I mean, bro, yeah. I mean, they did get in the lower division, but I mean, it happens. 4TF could have ended up in the lower, but they still would have did. So just move on from it.
Didn't next level lose to 4TF?
Yeah.
Exactly. Shut
No,
the fuck up.
who they play? They didn't play 4TF. They played New Wave.
They ass had a fucking and something season. Shut the fuck up.
They didn't go. Oh, they made the playoffs.
Hmm?
barely, and got a first round exit, just like they did with the Memorial Day tournament.
But
Tournament. Shut the fuck up.
they fought to the very end, and they still made it to the playoffs. You got to give them that. You got to give them some credit,
First round exit.
bro. They made it to the playoffs. They could have got
First
eliminated though. Come on,
round exit.
bro. You talk about first round exit. And if an upset happens with Brick Squad, you know they're going
For
to be
sure.
talking the most shit.
Absolutely. 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 I want them to. First round exit. And then in the Memorial Day tournament, what did they do? First round exit. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, Reggie's saying old timers are gonna, if old timers in BA verse, they're gonna.
Reggie been saying that all week. I'm not thinking about
Oh,
shit
he has
Reggie
he?
talk about. Reggie been saying that all week. Then his boys over there, that's his family team, so he gonna keep saying that. You know, old times is the old Ravens. Old times is
Yeah,
the old Ravens.
yeah.
So Reggie played for them. So
He
maybe
played for
when they
the.
was the Ravens, Reggie, not now. And like I
Oh,
said, I'm not knocking old times at all. I'm not knocking them at all. They're a good team. They're 8-2 for a reason, but they're gonna have to see us when we get there, and we're gonna have to see them for sure. We're gonna have to see them, but when we get there, it's that. So
oh, let's real quick. Let's run it back a little bit. Not the team, but let's talk about Dinos and Earn Vision. Do you guys think Dinos are going to be in that headspace at the end of their season? They've kind of had some mix going on. What are you guys kind of thinking?
My young
if
dudes don't
if
ball.
Dinos don't come out to play, they could lose that game. The last two games Dinos had was kind of shaky. They only they and that game versus us, I'm gonna say they got lucky. I don't take any moral victories, but they got lucky and they only beat us by a little bit. But those last two games they had, them losing to Brotherhood and losing to Old Times, that's tough. That's tough. So if they don't come out with a different mindset this weekend, then Dinos might be going home early.
Oh, I mean, that would be rough to see them go out early, and they've had a really good season with their teams. Let's talk about Death Row a little bit, right? Death Row was the top of the team in the beginning of the season. They lost to Dinos in that game that probably could have went the other way if a right call was made. Do you think Death Row's gonna make it to the ship? Do you think if you guys see Death Row stands a chance, or do you think Death Row is gonna put up a fight?
I see them putting up a fight. Death Row is a good team. I don't take anything from them. I love Manny. I love those guys over there. I think that's going when we play Death Row, that's gonna be a good game. That's gonna be a good game for sure.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say if we play Death Row because everybody talk about old times. So I'll say if we play Death Row.
dude. I mean, I'm excited to see the games for this weekend. Olympic Park is going to be live on the regular Northfield channel, and then uh, Glenbard East is not going to be on Game Changers. It's going to be on Northfield Plus. So it's going to be live on there. We're going to have our guy out there with the camera. Um,
You said Schomburg's live on the regular channel.
yeah, Schomburg's going to be live. It's going to be me. I'm going to be out there with the tripod. And then my other guy is going to be at the other field. So I'm going to be at Olympic Park with that one. It's going to be on the regular one. I'm going to try to sit it higher in the bleachers. If not, I'm just going to be in the backfield, the quarterback. I'm going to see how it works. No, I
For
want
sure.
Glenbard East on the plus page. I want to gain that one some more attention. That page needs some loving.
So let's talk about the top bracket. Let's talk about how tricky the top bracket might be.
What do you mean,
Ernest
like
and
upsets?
Ernest and Brotherhood is supposed to have the easy way into the championship from what it's supposed to be.
Well, that's
Ernest
what
over there,
everyone's
Ernest over
saying.
there counting that AutoZone money up. Ernest and Brotherhood supposed to have the easy way into the championship. They got Glimmers and Wild Boys. They got Running Back and Senators over there, and they got Dirty Birds. I can see Running Back upsetting everybody on that side.
It's facts.
Dude, run
That
it
is a
back.
good team.
And L Mac was on fire in the tournament. And
Hey, he was snapping.
man, when that
He
guy
was
gets a little,
snapping
and you know he's gonna show up
for
because
sure.
he's
For
been.
sure.
I hyped him up. I set him off, man. I put him on the graphic. The dude's ready for playoffs. So
For
especially if
sure.
someone gives him some, captain or whatever that man needs to drink to get going. I mean, dude, he was feeling it. You can't
Hey,
mess with
Al
him.
Mac, Al Mac had that tequila on the sideline and he be going, man.
Dude, he would take shots. He'd be looked in the game, and I'm watching him, and I'm like, dude, you
Hey,
good?
I
You
love
good?
his energy. I love his energy.
Bro, I
Playing
love the
against
fact
him,
that
playing with
he
him,
got it.
anything
He
like
got
that.
ejected because he got two personal fouls, and he was chill about it. He was mad upset, and then he sat down, and then he was just sitting there with his cup enjoying the rest of the game. And that's one thing I love about him is that he's so there, but then he just chills out instantly. He just has fun with it. Lucci
For
saying
sure.
Death Row couldn't score, so how would they win? Ooh.
by scoring though.
I mean, they did put up a lot of points this season. They probably put up the most offensive points.
Shit, I don't know.
Hey,
We had like three
this
games
what
where
I'm
we
gonna
put up
say.
20
This what I'm gonna
plus.
say. If Bravo come to play, if Bravo come to play, Brotherhood
He
got
always Bravo always show up. It's
no.
if
He don't.
George
No, he don't.
comes to play.
No, he don't. Bravo be tweaking sometimes because Bravo
Well, it
is
depends on what George shows up.
Yep.
if Bravo if you get in this is how Corey beat Bravo. This how Corey had Bravo beat because Corey got in his head. If you get into Bravo head because he's still young, he not really controlling his temper, he not really controlling his anger yet. If you get into his head, you take him off his game. You take him off his game, just like with any player, you got him beat.
Thing is, you gotta as his captain, you gotta be smart on how you use him. You can't just Bravo wants to play our game every fucking game. He don't want to come off the field. Fuck that.
Facts.
I don't
Facts.
give a fuck about none of that.
That's
When I
somebody you
need
gotta
him on
conserve.
D,
You gotta
that's
conserve his
it.
energy.
Yep. I gotta play him when I need him. He want to be the star all game. He want to fuck everyone up, but he makes plays, so I gotta trust him.
And
But
Which
he
one's Bravo?
can. The kid is a baller. He can.
hell yeah, he gonna
But
Who's
fuck
he
you
niggas
again?
get in
up
his
all game.
mental, you take him off his game. It's easy to get in his mental.
Do I know who this person is?
J
His name Jay
Bibbs.
Bibbs on Facebook. You probably know who he is.
Oh,
He got the pick on us for Brotherhood that brought him back to the brought him gave him life back in the game.
oh, that guy.
Yeah,
He's always posting about like speedy legs or some shit, right?
some shit like that.
Dude, it's hard to keep up with everyone in these damn nicknames. I can't keep up with anything. Y'all be
I ain't
switching
gonna
your
lie.
names,
I
especially
don't know
you.
Bravo
You be
real
switching
name.
your name so much,
I don't know Bravo real name.
bro.
What's his name? Ernest is on the roster.
Jabron.
Jabron.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get off of here now. I'm gonna go troll him.
Bro, Chulo's one of the people out there that like I always knew him as Chulo, and he signed the waivers and you put out his nickname as Chulo, and I just never paid attention. And then like one time I was like, dude, what's your actual name again? It was like for the draft or something because he signed it up and he forgot to put the Chulo part because I usually just know him by that. And I was like, he's like, oh, it's this one. I'm like, oh man, my bad. I never realized what your actual full name was.
I think people think Chulo is his real name.
Yeah, I did until I
Honestly, I
saw
did.
it said what Tyler or some shit.
Hey,
Yeah,
chill
so
on my
like I
boy.
was
Don't be
so
saying his
blown.
government on here, man.
So that threw me off a little bit too. I'm not gonna lie. But hey, Josh, I sent you that link. Hop on if you can. Let's get it. If anyone from Dinosaurs wants to get on,
We gotta get your ass in this. Hey, you bring me the safe real quick.
oh, he needs to save.
Okay.
Hey,
Hey,
but let's
Ernest, what
talk
store
about.
is that?
One Ellen right by TFL.
All right, my guys out there right now.
I got
Let them know
Mr.
you about to get
500
this
walk
drop
in
right
here
now.
on me one day.
Anthony Jordan came up there trying to rob AutoZone.
Nah, he came in here to buy something, but I must have been doing some shit. I must have looked up and seen him. Yo, what the fuck? Niggas in my store.
Should have refused his ass service.
Come get y'all
Well, let's
parts
talk
though,
about.
man.
Let's talk about the fact that what we were talking about earlier is that all these teams can make comp, right? So, who do we think will make elite in this fall? We'll get an invite. Who do you think out of our group right now would be the most interesting addition to elite?
I won't be biased right now, and I'll take BA completely out of my head. I won't be biased at the moment because obviously that's my choice. But um, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say, uh, Brotherhood because they have a lot of ballers over there. They got a lot of young guys over there that can that can compete. They just a few more additions and they'll get the job done. Um, y'all got to get rid of George. Everybody loved George. He's been around for a long ass time, but
I'll say
George,
this: I
George
get
good for
rid
at
of
least two
George.
or three
Who the
picks a
fuck
game.
out there is better? That's a free agent QB that's worth going and grabbing, trying to move up in the league.
That's a
I don't. I don't see one.
bring in somebody new.
I know, but George, I feel like George hasn't changed even since when we played with him in Alpha Males. I feel like he's been like the same.
Nah, he definitely makes the same fucking bullshit mistakes. And anybody that watches us play, y'all all see me go the fuck off on him when he does his dumb shit. But
Find
at the
somebody
end of
new.
the day, like I said, who is there? Who's gonna come out the blue that already got a fucking roster spot that plays QB and is legit and is gonna help you win games? Everybody that's like that plays on elite. Nobody wants to drop down because they want that elite title in their fucking team name.
Hey, hey, Juju, hop on, man. If you commenting, why aren't you
Find
hopping on,
somebody
man?
new, Ernest. Find somebody new.
Shit, loan me one of your five QBs.
You shit me.
Well, let's. Lucci said Jason Polito.
That boy
Um,
will not play football
bro,
again.
he will not play anymore, dude, he was done when he broke his foot, and I feel that.
Give me
So I
Michael
can't really say too
Stransky.
much.
I'll take Stransky.
Stransky would be a good pickup.
Who the fuck
I
are
don't
these
know.
people y'all talking about?
Michael
These are
Stransky,
guys that
Dino's old QB.
Juju go through, put it in your Google search, not just click the link, copy and paste into your Google search. You'll get in there,
Say
bro.
add Greg.
Who's Greg?
Greg Henning.
All right, give me one sec. I'll send it. But let's talk about the fact that let's see, Greg.
Damn, well, I'm sweating in this bitch.
All right, bro, I sent that. Let's see. I want to get their names. Y'all can't have any dinos. Lucha, get on here then, Lucha. I'll send it to you.
Greg play for old times too.
Nope,
Yeah.
not that I've
No, yeah, he
seen.
does. I've seen him.
I'm gonna have to watch the film.
No, he's
Roster
on
check.
there. I've seen it because he had his hat. He wears the hat thing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he do.
usually
He
he
do.
wears a fucking helmet.
He wear the cap. The same thing the fro wear.
Yeah, he was there, 100%. You'll find him on film. He made a couple good
Oh yeah, that's
plays.
a nice piece for them. I didn't know he played with them. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
Well, he
he
nice.
used to play
wasn't
with
there when we
4TF.
played.
Yeah, he played with
He used to play with
4TF.
4TF, and
Hey,
then
4TF falling apart. They keep losing players. They keep losing players and adding people
they
that New
signed
Wave
up.
don't want no more.
They're in comp for summer. They signed up. VG signed up, so we'll see them in summer. New Wave, Phantoms, Hammer are all off for the summer. So
I thought New Wave was playing for the summer.
no, they're playing on like everyone else's teams.
Okay. Oh yeah, they
So
loading up Death Row.
well, because they're traveling, they're putting traveling commitment in the summer over league play, and then they're going to be back for fall.
That makes sense.
So I sent it to him. Let's see if he hops on or not. But while we're here, let's talk about recruit. But let's talk about the weekend following. We got the 6-11. So we're pretty much what everything I'm hearing. We're saying either Brotherhood run it back in the semifinals, beat up all these out of state teams. Yeah.
Hey, clock out.
Oh, and then I think we're
Ernest
gonna
said,
either
"What
see.
firing motherfuckers? Hey, clock out, go home."
He's like, I'm not gonna lie, it's catching me off guard. My ADHD's kicking in with him. I can't. Let's talk about this real quick. I gotta look at this. I have no clue who that is. Oh, I think he's on. Juju's on. All right, Juju. I want to hear your old times, bro.
Yeah, big
What's
dog
up?
here.
Tuesday.
All right, Juju.
His
Oh,
ass
everyone's
can't
sleeping.
even
Gino,
hear.
you want
Where
to
the
hop on
fuck
for the
he
early
at?
birds?
Hold on, don't
He
move.
looks like he's at a bar.
No, no, yeah. I am. But go ahead. We can talk y'all shit. Go ahead.
I want to hear your side of the story about old times.
Listen, old times. I'm gonna be honest. We just waiting.
Hey, Danny, funny as fuck.
You know what I'm saying? We just waiting. We ain't got to worry about nothing. We waiting for whoever wins. Brick Squad,
We
BA.
just waiting. We just waiting.
Hey, Josh, stop your talking. Because if you lose tomorrow, I'm making fun of you like a motherfucker.
Please do. If we lose,
I think Uno said that you owe everyone Henny shots if
I'm on
you
the
lose, Josh.
podcast trying to
I got you.
multitask.
If we lose tomorrow,
What up, Jer?
What up, man?
Welcome, welcome.
I
What up, though?
heard some crazy shit just a minute ago about 4TF losing guys and
You heard them talking about 4TF. I know you heard that shit.
and doing.
Hey, he said I gotta get on. Let me get it. Let me
I
get it.
just hopped in. I had to get on. I said, man, what is Josh hearing that nobody else is here?
Hey, man. Hey,
both
if Josh
be
loses to
losing
Brad
people.
Addicts, he should surrender.
4TF
the
be
shit
losing
fucking page.
people? Is that what you
TF be
hear?
losing
Or-
people, then they be picking up who New Wave don't want no more.
Oh, that's what you hear?
Hey.
Oh, my God. You ride their nuts. It's ridiculous, bro.
Hey, I
I
hate
thought
New
you
Wave.
wanted to try to beat them.
I
think
hate
you
New
want to
Wave.
join them.
I hate
think
New
you want-
Wave.
I know you say it, but I don't believe you.
I hate New Wave, but I hate 4TF more.
Actions speak louder than words.
I hate New Wave, but I hate 4TF more.
It's because you haven't beat any of us, right?
For sure. Absolutely.
I'd hate us too if we couldn't beat us.
We only played y'all one time, don't say we can't
Hey,
beat
That's all that
y'all.
matters.
Listen, you
That's all
gonna
that
hate Brick
matters.
Squad if you lose,
That's all that
motherfucker.
matters.
Hey.
I think
Not worried about them.
Hey, if
we
if
didn't
we
lose the Brick
lose-
Squad, did we?
If we lose to Brick Squad tomorrow, I'll deactivate my page.
If you lose, yes, if you do better, because that's,
If we
You would
lose to Brick
deactivate the
Squad
shit talking
tomorrow,
page.
I'll deactivate my page.
if BA loses the old time tomorrow, you better deactivate because I think you guys
That
should beat
too,
them.
No,
gang.
this the
That
thing.
too.
I'm saying I'm giving y'all a definite that we're gonna beat Brick Squad.
What's the score?
Like I told old times, we're gonna chill that game. We're not gonna let them score. We're gonna put up 2 touchdowns. We're gonna relax and we're gonna walk into the next game composed, healthy, and good to go.
I actually believe you.
Yeah,
I do.
Brick Squad's the team with the Bugs Bunny on their
I
jersey,
think-
the Looney Tunes team.
I mean, I do think it's an early game. Are you going to have everybody there? That is, I mean,
Yeah, that
They all
game,
gonna be drunk.
that game early as shit. So it definitely helps us more that we got moved to Glumbar East than being all the way out in Carroll Stream.
Oh yeah.
But we got 2 games to play tomorrow, so we gonna chill that first game. We're gonna do what we gotta do, and we're gonna move on to the next game. The next game is where we're gonna run the fucking score up on old times.
You sound stupid as fuck. Shut up.
Talking. Hey,
So,
Juju,
Juju, are you going to be there early to watch that first game?
You already know I'm gonna be there.
Juju ass gonna be drunk. He gonna be drunk and hungover. And if you on O-line, Juju, I'm coming at your ass. I'm gonna be like Mike Wazowski on the longest yard.
You
I'm
sound
gonna get
dumb,
right in
bro.
front of your ass and go hi.
Hey, Giuseppe, mute that motherfucker, bro.
What?
No, this is actually one of the games I really want to see because I really think because Old Times has kind of moved up the board and kind of silently. Nobody was really talking about them, and they kind of moved up, and they're in third place only because of the points. They beat 2 of the top teams to get there to even put them in that position. And now you have BA who has to go against Brick Squad. I believe they're going to win that game. They're going to move on. And that game is a BA squad that's fully healthy, ready to go, just coming off of a win in the tournament. And they're on a hot streak, and that's going to be the game kind of to watch for me tomorrow. So I'm hoping you guys get past Brick Squad because I won't let you live that down if you don't. But
Ain't nobody gonna let me live it down if we lose to Brick Squad.
Because you
Bro,
talk too
I
much
think his
shit.
page would blow up. I think your page would literally get the most likes or whatever.
If we lose
if
to
you
Brick
guys
Squad,
lost.
Facebook
Nothing
gonna
against
monetize
Brick
my
Squad.
page for how many
And
folks
here's
I
the thing.
no,
The best part of this all is that it's very possible for Brick Squad to upset BA.
yeah,
Brick Squad,
if they
is a
don't
team
show
that
up, that's
if
the only
they
way.
show up,
That's my
if they show up and they play football like they're known to do, the reason why they have the Looney Tunes is they got some shifty dudes. They've been known to come into the playoffs, regular season straight lose, and come back and make it to the ship. They've been known for that.
Josh, Enki, I'm gonna try to get up there to the games. I actually have a couple things to do in the morning, but I'm definitely gonna try to make it up for those games.
I don't see the upset
Either-
happening.
No, I
It's
don't.
going to be
I
on
don't see.
Northfield Plus,
I'm
everyone.
gonna be honest
Northfield
with you.
Plus
Yeah,
is the
I'm gonna be honest with you,
Northfield
Josh. I see you
Plus.
guys cruising past them because, like you said, you guys have been talking about this. Your whole team's gonna be there. I do not see you losing with your whole team there, especially the Brick Squad. The second game against Old Times, they're gonna have their squad. You're gonna have your squad. That's gonna be a good fucking game. You guys technically haven't seen each other, correct?
No, we haven't.
So you guys both, I mean, right there, I think right there, you guys can. I mean, I love the talking because that's what this is about. But at the same time, being real, you guys haven't seen each other. You're just going off of film right now. So that's going to be a real good game to see where you're going. I do kind of have BA edging you guys out on, and to be very honest with you, it's because of what I've been seeing from them. They've been putting it all together. They've been tough. And I know you guys have too, not giving you guys not the credit because you guys, like I said, just beat two of the top teams this last 2 weeks ago. So you guys are nothing to play with. I'm just going off exactly what I've seen. That's the only thing, in my opinion, I think they're going to come out on top. I could be wrong. I wouldn't be surprised if it happened, but that would be my pick.
You guys got a pretty decent reffing crew that you're gonna have to. You're gonna have Brian Stratton, you have George, and you're gonna have Rich. So you guys got a pretty decent ref crew that's gonna keep the game fair and straightforward. So I'm pretty excited to see that. I know I won't be there. I'm gonna be at Olympic Park, but if we have our camera guy that's going to be there. Northfield Plus is going to be it. It's just Northfield Football Plus. It's just add the plus. It's our secondary page. We're going to be trying moving at all of our additional live streams to that page and more content to keep it more centralized and fill it with the name. So if you haven't yet, go follow that page. We actually are live right now on that page as well. Same with our YouTube channel. So if you haven't yet, we're going to be here for the Olympic Park games on the main page, Northfield Plus on the second page. That is live right now. So if you look up the Comish Podcast, you will find it. I do got some stuff I want to announce real quick as we're coming towards the end. But when we get back to the shit talking,
let's
more.
get on it.
Guys,
talk about a couple games.
Guys, I'm just gonna say it real quick. We're gonna do something pretty cool this week on Saturday. We are gonna have a kids camp, so stay tuned for that flyer. We're gonna have a small kids camp at Olympic Park in the morning, and then we're gonna be hosting our first draft league tournament. Only $10 per person to play. So if you want to play draft league on Saturday, I know we got Deshaun hitting me up. He got some out-of-state guys going to come. It's a pop-up draft league tournament. This one is going to have, simple design championship gear for those that want to know. It's not going to be gear. It's just going to be a medal. So you want your medal, come out, play. It's $10 to play. It's going to be a good time. We're going to do 6 teams of 12 at $10 a person. We're going to put the registration out, and then I want to set it up so that way we do our show next week, either Thursday or Friday, to do the live draft.
Awesome.
So that's what we're looking to do next week, and going with the live draft, have an extended show with the live draft, and then comp playoffs. That way we have our top 4 teams, and my goal is to get you guys on this show as well. So if we can do that, let's go with that. But let's go back to the shit talking. Jerry, you said you got some shit to say.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously we went over the BA Brick Squad game, but I know we kind of went over these games, but I want an honest opinion. If there was a upset in the first round, where could you see it possibly happen where it wouldn't be too big of a surprise? Because there are some games in that first round that could go the other way of what we kind of think it's going to be. I don't necessarily I think it's going to be Dinos beating Earn Vision, right? But I'm talking about the other side of the bracket. There could be some, correct?
I could see.
I mean, Wild Boys could upset Gremlins and Brotherhood and go into the thing. That's what we were talking about at the beginning of the show. Senators, who's been known to, you don't know what team's going to, they've been known to that too. They're like another brick squad. You don't know when come playoff time. Senators can upset, run it back, or even beat Dirty Birds.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the sleeper team. Senators are the sleeper team.
Wait, you said Senators could upset?
Yes.
Hell no.
Dude, Senators have done that before. I've seen it happen in the past. I'm just saying, I've seen Senators show up in the playoffs in past leagues and suck all season and be the lowest seed, and then come out of nowhere and win and make the playoffs.
I could see, stop the cap. I could see run it back coming out of there. I could see Dinos. I mean, not Dinos. Fucking, what's his name? Dino's team.
Dirty Birds.
I can see them coming out of there.
That's a good team.
So okay, so you're saying in the first round, you say Senators you think could beat running back. You wouldn't be surprised if Senators beat running back. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that would be the upset game. Like that, I would be surprised. Like I wouldn't be surprised too much, but I think that would be the game everyone would talk about the upset.
It's a possibility for that, but I don't see it happening. You know what I'm saying? Running back, I think is a better team.
But I think that would be.
And you guys are all for sure, like I believe so too, don't get me wrong. But you guys are for sure that Earn Vision is going to lose to Dinos, right? I got them too, but Dinos struggled all year long.
If Dinos show up,
Dinos
show up.
I got them losing the Dinos for sure. But I will say, if Dinos played like they did that weekend before the tournament, then Earn Vision is going to come out with the win.
Okay, I'm glad somebody said it because, like I said, I have been behind Dinos all year long. I still am. I believe they're a great team, but they have struggled all year long against teams they should have beat. They kind of do beat teams, even the top teams. I feel like they're still a good matchup against. They've struggled. They've let some games go. They've won some close games. The game against Death Row, if that matchup happens again, that was a 3-0 game. That was not like that game could have gone.
And we
anyway.
did, the refs, me including myself, did blow that game slightly for.
Whether it's.
Oh my God, you on here admitting it?
Whether you admit it or not, I mean,
we admitted it to the
never
players.
admit to that.
Dude, what do you mean? It's facts. We admitted to
I don't
it
care.
at the
I
field.
would
It was
never
on
admit
video.
to that.
Dude, it's facts though. That game could have went the other way. Let's 100%. No bullshit. That game could have went the other way if we didn't miss that.
I was actually watching the game and
bullshit.
I was like, dude, they got 9 guys on there.
They didn't score. Dinos won.
We could have
fair
a whole
and square with the kick, but if we didn't miss that call, that game could have been the other way.
Maybe we'll have a show about all the missed stuff that
first game, that game against Death Row this weekend. That first drive on defense that we had, we played with 9 guys on the field the whole drive to like the 4th down. To the ref noticed it on the 4th. We didn't even notice that we had 9 people on the field. The ref called it on 4th down, and they got a first on the 4th.
Well, yeah, players sometimes don't hear their name but go out there, or they hear their name that they really didn't hear their name, and you'll be in the huddle like, "Yo, what are you doing?"
Yeah, just not paying attention. Just not paying attention.
Stop talking about the Memorial Day Classic shit, bro. Y'all motherfuckers almost lost, bro. Shut the fuck up. To be honest,
that's what I just said. Did I not just say that?
Bro, listen. I'm gonna be honest.
What?
I love you guys. Listen to me.
Tell them to shut the fuck up. You're not listening.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I love you guys on BA. Y'all my guys. You know what I'm saying? Outside of football, but y'all almost lost, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like if I promise you, if they would have did clock management, bro, y'all would have lost. Y'all would have never been cheering nothing of that shit. Y'all would have lost.
That was a good game. That was a lot better. I actually thought you guys were going to run away with it. And they
should have, could have, would have, gang.
But like I said, I'm gonna be one to tell you, congratulations, you guys won.
I like W's more.
And that's it.
How you get them?
Should have, could have, would have, gang.
You're right. They fucked up. Y'all won. Congratulations, nigga. Move on. Tomorrow's a different day. Not Memorial Day Classic.
So you don't think? So you think that was just a different team? It's not gonna happen. They're not gonna come out and play like that, Juju. Honestly, because they said, now, Josh, am I wrong? On Sunday, you guys had your team that is on Northfield, right? So you won that game and that game with all your regular guys. Yeah. Juju, you're saying that's a fucking hoax?
They won it with their guys and a couple rentals. Stop lying, Josh. Don't lie.
Who are the rentals? I want to know.
We had Fredo and we had Speedy from Dinos. He talking like we had Koch from Phantoms and we had Bleak from Phantoms.
It don't matter. You just think you ain't have the, you know what I'm saying, Phantom niggas or whatever. But nigga, it don't matter. You had rentals, bro. B100. You had rentals. It's cool.
Okay, Juju, who scored touchdowns?
It don't matter who scored a touchdown, bro.
Wait, how many rentals were there?
Phantoms and all them, bro. Y'all had rentals. You won. Congratulations.
On the BA highlights scoring touchdowns.
So who were the rental players?
Stop the cap, nigga. Like you
said
there
was two.
Two people. Fredo.
Is that all of them?
Dinos. That's it.
It don't matter. Did you use them?
Who scored the touchdowns? Tell me.
It don't matter. Did they play the game?
Who scored the touchdowns?
Did they play your game?
Who got the pick? Todd got the pick. That's an original BA player. He on our roster.
I'm not worried about
Corey scoring touchdowns.
Not worried about it.
So let's get down because I feel like Ernest is just chilling up there.
Hey, but listen, I'm not worried about him either.
He just got to do what he got to do. Hey, Ernest, let me ask you something. On that first game, and once they play the Gremlins, Wild Boys, who do you honestly think out of those two teams will give you the tougher matchup?
Did he
If
did he
you
mute
muted
himself?
yourself.
His ass froze.
He said no one's talking about me. I ain't got.
Oh, he said he
He
fell.
hopped
Look.
back on. Okay.
Bootleg
Right, so
ass
he-
internet, bro.
All right. So I wanted to ask him because I wanted to get off this because I wanted to get back.
Wait, he hopped back on. He hopped
All
back
right,
on.
can we
There
hear
you go, right there.
E, you good? Bro, how is it working for you when you at work, but not when you at home? That makes no damn sense. The hell?
Hey, you need to go sell an alternator or something, bro. Fuck wrong with you?
I mean, I think overall, a lot of did Josh hop off? No, he's
No,
right
I'm
there.
still here.
But I think that no matter what the game is, no matter what the outcomes, I think this weekend's going to be tight game football.
I really want to
think
know who
there's-
he feels like is going to give him the matchup because I mean Gremlins is not a team that is a push
Well,
over
he-
either.
he
Wild
stated-
Boys.
He stated earlier that they had a close game against Wild Boys. Gremlins looking the way they did, they haven't been looking the best. So I don't think people are worried about Gremlins. I think a lot of the teams are feeling like Gremlins are going through a rough patch right now. I'm just based on everything I'm reading.
Right.
I think there's a lot of teams that no one's paying attention to that can go right through this bracket. Such as, what if Gremlins do show up with their full team and not what's been on film the past couple of
Well,
weeks?
that's what I'm saying.
That
They
their
started
first-
off 5-1.
What if we go back? Yeah, let's go back to their first handful of games. What if that Gremlin shows up? That can be an upset alert right there.
Well,
Am I wrong?
Ernest is not getting back on.
I see Gremlins beating Wild Boys. If Gremlins beat Wild Boys, they got to play Brotherhood. If Brotherhood does not come to play, Gremlins can take that game.
Would that? So you're saying it wouldn't even be a surprise upset then, right? You can
I
see
don't-
it happen.
So technically it would be a surprise because Brotherhood's supposed to take that top bracket. If we being serious, Brotherhood's supposed to take that top bracket easily. But Brotherhood is liable to choke. They liable to choke. The way they just played this weekend, they liable to choke and lose, and Gremlins could take that. Gremlins can take that game. So it'll surprise everybody. Like, damn, Gremlins beat Brotherhood.
Wait, Danny said everyone's BA. Does that make me BA?
For sure, Steppy, you definitely BA.
Nah, you are not BA.
BA law
You
enforcement?
definitely BA.
You
But
anti-BA.
Gremlins liable to take that game for sure. If Gremlins come out to play, I don't know if the dude that played against us for Gremlins at quarterback is their normal quarterback, or if they got somebody else. But I don't know. If they come to play,
Corey said he
then
BA.
they
Corey, I'm
definitely
glad
ball.
you're on here because that was my question for Juju. Who do you think can stay with Corey on that team, on your team?
On my team,
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Neil.
Okay.
You think he got the same speed as Corey?
Damn near close.
We'll have to find out. Damn near close ain't good enough.
And look it, and Corey, my nigga. I'll be honest.
Damn near
Corey,
close
my
ain't
homie.
good enough.
But that's who I'm gonna have him guard him.
Do you 1-on-1 or do you bracket?
Shit, not working.
We can hear you, E.
I can't
Just
see
talk.
You need to
myself.
stop talking. Corey not the only
But
threat.
just talk.
Stop it, man.
It's a podcast.
Corey is not
Talk.
the only threat. That's why I asked. If you cover him 1-on-1, I mean that's very tough for anybody.
Okay, who you want? You want Darion?
There's a couple weapons on there. That's why I'm asking you. How do you cover that? Do you cover them? I mean, obviously, I don't want to give your secret away, but I don't think you cover them.
I
with
got
just
Neil on
one.
him. I got Malik on the other one. So what now? What?
You
Hey,
feel like
our
you
quarter-
speed,
I-
you feel
one of
like
our
you speed like that
quarterbacks scored a
before?
touchdown this weekend, bro. Like
Who?
you don't really have nobody to cover nobody on our team. Our quarterback
Who?
scored a touchdown. Our
Yep.
quarterbacks can
Who?
play any position on the field. Like, bro, come on, man.
Old Time's got two
You
decent
talking about
DBs.
your quarterback?
Everybody on our team is
Which
full
one we
of
talking
ballers.
about? We
I'm
talking about
not-
Allstate?
E's talking, by the way, if everyone's
Or
wondering.
you talking about White Boy?
I'm talking about Chris Little. Chris Little was at receiver and scored a touchdown this weekend.
Bro, I am not worried about Chris Little, bro. Stop it.
Okay.
I know Chris, but
All
I'm
right.
not worried about him.
I'm gonna give
slow,
this a
bro.
timer. We're gonna go. We got bonus time. All right, we're gonna go 10 minutes over.
Oh my
Say
God.
your shit. We get 10 minutes. You don't say you got. That's it. It's all I got. Say all your shit now.
Juju, this is what I'm
before
gonna
the
say. This is what I'm
playoffs.
gonna say to old times.
What?
I got us for sure beating Brick Squad. They're gonna show up to play, but they gotta see us at the end of the day. That's all it is. Um, when it comes to old times, I got us beating old times for sure. We're not underestimating old times. We're not saying old times weak, but they still got to see us at the end of the
Listen,
day.
listen. We don't got to
They
see
still got to
you.
see us.
Listen, we don't got to see you.
So
We're ahead of
if
you. You got to see
I
us.
saw the question about
Play
the
your first
rosters.
game, then talk to us.
Game Changer, I have found that people are altering Game Changer rosters. I have screenshots and there's some rosters somehow some people are deleting. I don't know what the hell's going on. I didn't
Do
know people had all
do I
that
have a
access
roster
to
check?
it. So if you do roster check, that the rest will reach out to me, and we got that. So we'll go from there.
Fuck does
Hey,
that mean?
BA love being an
We're
underdog.
not going to be going to Game Changer next year for our actual rosters. Game Changer is going to be our kind of like our tentative roster, and then we have the official waivers. So
CO,
we'll
I'm
just have
not
to
drunk,
shut
bro.
up.
Josh is retarded.
Juju, your ass drunk. You
No,
slurring
boy,
your
you
words.
stupid,
I'm finna,
bro.
I'm finna make your ass do a field sobriety test with this dumb shit you saying.
You dumb as hell.
You know what's
I'm gonna
crazy?
pass
Jerry,
that shit.
You know what's great is we get 2 weeks of this, and I know right now we got three teams on here, but only two teams are going to be probably representing themselves next week for the champ or for the playoffs and championship. The rest of it, I think it's going to be some good matchups. I do think Old Time and BA is my game of the week. If it happens, I know they have to get past Brick Squad, but I believe they will. So I feel like that's the game of the week, and then I think Dinosaurs get past Earn Vision and Death Row and Dinos is going to be a great game. Um, I I don't know
Hey,
exactly.
not Brotherhood. BA gonna be in Cancun next week.
Well, and so you know what?
Hey, we going to Cancun in September.
That's crazy. That's awesome. I'm glad for you guys' vacation. I got Brotherhood.
yes.
I got Brotherhood. I got Running Back. I got Dinos, and I got BA fighting it out for the championship. That's my
And
final.
make sure you screen record this shit too.
You got dinos?
I
Death
hope
Row taking
Juju,
that.
like I said, you can come on, win or lose, you can come on next week so we can talk no matter what.
Definitely
I
will
got, I
be.
got, I got, Death Row taking that game against
All right,
dinos.
I'm going.
I feel like Death Row is they feel a little scorned by how that game ended. So they're a little upset. So Death Row gonna come back with a vengeance.
I don't know. Dinos with their quarterback, you know what I'm saying? Don might be doing some good shit against them, you know? He used to play for them.
I think Dinos, I think they're a very competitive team. I think they can shock a lot of people. I think the bottom brackets is the most tense. I think Dinos have a chance of putting some real damage, like Josh said earlier, and I believe so did Juju and then Jerry too. That it depends on every one of these teams we're talking about. If they don't show up tomorrow, if you show up hungover, that can cost you your game. Let's be real. Juju, you gas tomorrow, you can't play. That's going to cost you your team, right?
Facts.
So let's be real here. So if your team show up tomorrow and you show up full force, don't worry about the future games. Worry about your game in front of you, because if you can't win that game, you got nothing to worry about. And because you're just going to be at home the following week, and you're going to be watching the live stream with the rest of
And that's
us.
what I be telling Josh, like, bro, why are you so worried about old times? Old times is sitting there waiting.
Y'all are absolutely. But
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, it wouldn't surprise me if you're in the championship or you're in the playoffs next week and BA sitting at home and Death Row the same way, all the way up the board. Nothing that actually surprises me after that first round. The first round would be the only upsets that I could see that would be like, whoa, I did not see that coming. After that first round, any one of those teams that I even named to win could lose, and I wouldn't be sitting here next week saying, I did not see that coming.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see who exactly is going to show up next week. About to have a long day. It shouldn't be that long of a day.
He's talking about
But
for everyone that has to see him.
oh, that's on how you know my ass is tired. But
You got a long ass day
listen,
too, though. Don't act like you
yeah. So let's talk about something. Let's go. We got 7:30 o'clock first game. We'll be live on the Northfield page. So as you're going to that
Hey,
first game
Seppi,
at
did you say
Lombardi,
7:30 o'clock?
7, yeah.
Fuck wrong.
All right, maybe it's been a long day for him.
MPS.
Man, you were right.
Bro,
It's been
my
a long,
ass,
long
I
day.
could, man, we just came back from vacation maybe a couple hours before I started texting people.
He
So
did.
I'm maybe still a little bit in vacation mode, a little bit too much. But
Danny, I'm not
it's time to get
worried.
back to work.
Type all that shit, Twitter that shit. Not worried.
Hey, if Juju is playing
Hey,
linebacker tomorrow, we going
if
right
Old
at him.
Time loses, someone got to screen record that and post to say I'm not worried and make it a meme
If
or some shit.
if Juju playing linebacker tomorrow, we going right at him.
You sound dumb as hell too.
I'm lining up a receiver and I'm going right at his ass.
And I'm gonna put you on your ass, you the fat bastard.
You put me on my ass, I'm gonna flop as hard as possible.
Oh, why you
Get
Hey,
got
his ass
man.
out of here.
Hey, well, let's wrap it up today. All I gotta say is thank you everyone for tuning in. Comp playoffs week 1 is here. Shout out to everyone. Shout out again to T-Man. For Lucci, you're fucking late. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm ready to go to bed, bro. I got whatever. But shout out to T-Man. He helped us
Yeah,
this
shout out to
week,
T-Man.
getting us Glenbard East. Shout out to Josh. Actually, is the one who reminded me about Glenbard East. I forgot TFL wasn't playing. I was asking all of our other venues. So shout out to Josh. But I just want to say thank you to everyone making the season and good luck. If you haven't yet, keep an eye out for that camp, the youth camp. It's gonna be really cheap. We're gonna have its little camp we're gonna do before our draft tournament.
Hey, little bro.
So everyone have a good one.
See,
Thanks,
everybody
Josh.
asking
Thanks,
what Corey
Juju.
on with me, G. I'm gonna be honest. Why
All
he
right,
on that
guys.
shit with
Have
me?
a good night.
But y'all be easy.
Good night.
That's ISO. Rack it up, I gotta build up the bank to make me a safe house. Shake it up, she got her hands on